last video, we looked at what is Python, what it's used for, and what it does. In this video, we're going to be looking at how to install Python and how to set it up. So let's get started. To install Python, all we need to do is open a browser, just like this, any browser you're comfortable using, and all you want to type in the search bar is Python download. So once you type that up, just click enter and this will take you to the results. And what you want to click on is download Python, python.org. Now if you don't get this search, all you want to type in is www.python.org/downloads, and this will also take you to the official Python page. Okay, so now we're at the official Python page to download the software. We can go ahead and download it into our system. Now, you might be very prompted to click download the latest version of whatever your OS you're using, because it will recommend that and it will recommend the latest version. But you don't want to do that because sometimes it doesn't suit your PC or the specs. So what you do want to do is just hover over the downloads, and then underneath you will see on the left side a bunch of options, and these are nothing but the OSs and all the releases and the source code for Python. Now, you want to select your OS here. So if you were Mac, you would select Mac, and if I'm Windows, I would select Windows, and if you're something like Linux or any other system like that, you would select other platforms, right? And then you will see Linux there. So I'm Windows, so I'll select Windows. And in this, you can see a bunch of versions for Windows. Now, before you install Python for your system, you need to first know how many bits your computer has. So it's 64-bit or 32-bit. 64-bit is x86-64, and that's for 64-bit. But if you're just 32-bit, it would be x86, which means it's 32. Now, how do you find this out? All you have to do is just go and type in your search, just type in system, and it will say system information. Just click on this, and this right here, you should see system type. It will show you if it's 64-bit or 32-bit. If it's 64, it will say times 64. If it's 32, it will say times 86 or times 32. Okay, now we've looked at how to find that out. I'm 64-bit, so I would install the 64-bit executable installer, and if you were 32-bit, you would install the 86 executable installer. So let's go ahead and install 64-bit version for my PC. Okay. It's really important to click executable file or executable installer, because if you don't click on this or click on any other option like web-based installer or embeddable zip file, you will have to, for the zip file, you will have to extract it and then run it. And for the web-based installer, it will only work if you have on web-based. So it's in the name. If you don't have internet, it won't work. So that's why you want to click on the executable installer. Now, once it downloads, all you want to select is the arrow button right beside the file you're downloading. And up top, you'll see a bunch of options. Open, always open this files of type, in, show folder, and cancel. You just want to open show folder. So this will show you where is the Python executable file in, so you can execute it. And what you want to do is just double click on the file. And this will take you to something like this, which says install Python 3.8.6 RC1, 64-bit or 32-bit, it will say in brackets. Now underneath, you will see something saying install now, customize installation, install launcher for all users in a checkbox, and add Python 3.8 to path. Now adding Python to your path is very important, because otherwise your command prompt won't recognize Python, which can cause some problems. So first of all, you want to click that checkbox which says add Python 3.8 to path. We've installed the latest version, which is 3.8.6 now, but if you have any problems with this version, you can install one previous, which will help you in case you have any problems. Now, it will also say install launchers for all users, which means that it will install Python for any other users you've got on your computer. Now, I want this to happen, so I would click the checkbox, but if you only have like one user or you don't want any other user to have Python in it, just do not click the checkbox, right? And up top, you don't want to click any customize installation, choose location and features, because you're not customizing your installation just yet. all you want to do is just click install now, and this will install Python. Now it will say something saying, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? All you want to do is just click yes. It did not show the message to you because that's something personal, so it will not show that to you, but that's something that you will get, and all you need to do is just click yes. And as you can see, the setup is in progress and it's installing Python. This might take a moment, but at the end it should be hopefully installed in about 2 minutes or so. Now, once it installs, it will just say successfully installed, like it for me it would take a moment for me like it's right now. So let's just wait for this task to finish, and then we can go on to the next step. So right now it's just installing the Python launcher, the Bootstrap, and a bunch of other things that is compulsory for Python. Now, while that's happening, we're going to look at some of the things that you need to know in command prompt for the basic idea of Python. Now, once it installs, you're going to type in a command, right? To check if Python's actually installed, you type in a command, and that is Python -- version. And this will show you the version of the Python, and if it doesn't show you the version of Python, means that your Python is not installed yet. But if it does, that means Python has installed. Now, for me, it's now installed. It took a moment, but it was able to do it. So here you can see that it says setup was successful, and you just want to close that tab, and now Python has installed in my system. Now I can run this command where it says Python -- version, and I click enter, and you see that there's no version there. That's because I opened command prompt while it was installing, so my command prompt didn't refresh yet. So let me just close my command prompt and open it again, and now it's up to date. So if I were to click Python -- version, it would show me the version now because it's updated. So as you can see, it says Python 3.8.6 RC1. You might get a different version, but that's completely fine, because for the basics we're going to do that any version should do the trick. Now, this was a video for installation and setup. So now Python's actually on and running in our system, and in the next video we're going to be going through the basic syntaxes and a couple of other stuffs that you need to know with Python.